To the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I am Anthony Totri, joined, as always, by Shawn DePaz, Shane Diefenbach.
We win!
For the third... That turned into a song. Wow, I didn't expect that.
It's Return of the Mac, baby.
Well, I just didn't expect that.
To grab those. Which one?
Glasses?
Glasses? Yeah.
Well, while you're doing that, it is time for the third consecutive day to meet us on Mill because ASU softball won the Tempe Regional 3-for-3. Beat SDSU. Final score 8-4, boys.
All aboard.
They did it again.
I'm so happy I'm on this train, baby. That shit was electric. Man. They've won 3 different games in 3, I feel like, very different ways.
Yeah,
and every single one was just as exciting somehow. And Jacob J. already trying to get me started. Pac-12 softball, better than SEC softball.
Fuck
close. The SEC. Fuck LSU. Fuck who else? Who else in the SEC lost today? Fuck Alabama.
Yeah, they
Pac-12
all
Conference
lost.
of Champions.
All lost, man. And it was.
Oh yeah. Be careful, Totri. Let's reach out in front of the.
No computer stuff today. Let's see.
Oh boy.
No fuzzies. I love it. Beautiful.
Cheers, boys.
Hey. Victory beers. This is
ASU.
Our thing now. Is this going to be a permanent
it's the ASU softball?
A permanent ASU thing? Victory beers? Yeah.
I mean, like,
we're not going to get many of them.
Where do we go to school?
We're not going to get many of them.
We need a beer sponsor.
Just for ASU softball. Just for ASU softball.
Hey, we get to start the football season against NAU, but that's not why we're here.
No. We are here to give the flowers to the Sun Devil softball team because, guys, they came out today and they took care of business. And we've talked about how previous games, it was Mac Morgan. We saw Marissa Schold on the mound take care of business yesterday. Mac was obviously back today. But offensively, we got dingers.
Fucking everybody.
Dingers.
And both so convincing.
Oh, yeah.
Holy hell.
Finally got the Sid
Shawn,
Sanders home run we were looking
Shawn put me down a little bit when I said, dude, that Jazz Hill home run might have gone 250. And Shawn was like, okay, relax. I'm like, but it was
a
bomb.
It went like 225.
Yeah, Jazz hit a bomb.
He put that shit through the trees and left field.
Which one for you guys? Because we've got Cydney Sanders' homer, which was a missile. And then we've got Jazz's homer. Which one for you guys was more important for this game?
It was the Hill home run just because it retook the lead, but it retook the lead in convincing fashion. Yeah. It showed
the momentum.
Yeah, it completely shifted the momentum. It ended up being the game-winning home run.
Yeah.
It was that to me was just like, all right, they're not messing around. Like this thing is over.
Yeah, I feel like
that was in the third inning. Like
in terms of the game, that was that one. But the Sid Sanders home run, like
it just felt good.
To see her finally hit a home run in this postseason, that felt really good. So I feel like that one, in the grand scheme of things, will be the bigger home run. But in terms of this game, that whole home run after what she did yesterday and how dominant she was at the plate yesterday, for her to turn around and do that today was fucking impressive.
100%. Charles in chat saying that Hill home run was huge. Absolutely. And we joked about it like for the last couple of days almost, but we've talked about the top of ASU's order being somewhat of a death lineup.
It's the death lineup.
Yeah.
And so comparing it to the Warriors when they had Kevin Durant, we've kind of comp them all the way down, with Trisha Ford definitely being the closest thing in all of sports.
She's more Steve Kerr than Steve Kerr is.
Yeah,
she is
100%.
What people think Steve Kerr is.
So who do we got then as the Kevin Durant comp?
So what did we decide on? Kevin Durant was
Sid.
Yeah,
I mean, just an absolute baller.
But we also have to. I think the death lineup extends to the 9-hole when they're coming back
with Bella.
And so Bella Loomis is my Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Emotional leader.
Yeah.
Utility player, can do everything.
Can pick it up when you're not really expecting it. Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got Torres at the top.
Yeah.
We went with Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jordan Poole is Torres, and even though there was no Jordan Poole with Kevin Durant, we're gonna make it that.
Yeah.
The
death line.
Yeah. Acuna, Steph.
Acuna, Steph. Yeah. I mean, just
consistency.
She is, and I said it she is the one player in the lineup that like every time she gets up to bat, she is one. I'm like, yeah, like she's gonna single, double, homer. Like I'm just convinced she's gonna get hit.
Jazz Hill is not just Klay Thompson. Jazz Hill is Game 6 Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
She's headband Game 6
Mhm.
Klay Thompson. My God, she is. I mean, there's so much talent on this team. It's ridiculous.
Harrison Barnes?
Who's Iguodala?
Yeah, who
Is
is
Mac
it?
Give
Morgan?
me Iguodala.
Is Mac Morgan Iguodala? Even though she's not in the order.
Yeah, it's like laser beam pointed at Earth. Who do I want on the mound? Give me
Mac
Morgan.
Morgan.
Well, it's also Torres could also be Iguodala because holy hell was she so good on defense today.
Yeah.
Game winning out multiple times.
That middle infield was on fire.
Oh,
today,
so good.
Jazz, I tweeted about Jazz Rollins play.
Since the first play of the game.
Yeah.
With Bella Loomis
Yeah.
sprinting and not letting their leadoff hitter do what she'd been doing.
Every single player in that offense, in that infield, I mean, did something impressive. Because like Sid, like she made a lot of those other infielders look really good with the plays she was making at first base.
Yeah.
I've tweeted about the Jazz Rollins. What is it? Put out at first, I guess, to end one of the innings.
Yeah.
Like it was a really impressive and
to end a really scary.
It was
very
very
inning.
And it was impressive because after the first game, I was kind of had questions about what their defense would look like in this series.
Yeah.
There was a couple of plays where it's like, you probably should have made that.
Mhm.
They turned that around. I mean, Harger did have the ball go through her legs when she was at second before Rollins pinch hit for her. So there's still things to clean up. But yeah, their defense looked impressive today. But yeah, in short, just the hand speed that I was talking about, like the way that she was getting the ball out of her hands and getting it over to first was so impressive.
Yeah.
We concerned at all with only 6 hits?
No, because your hits.
Now when you
your
get
hits
8
were
runs
homers.
off of those 6 hits, yeah.
But
I think all, like if we're looking at the series as a whole or this regional as a whole, like that's the thing that I think impresses me the most is they had 3 games that they won in such different ways.
Mhm.
Like they can win any kind of game, and you've seen that during the regular season too. But they can win whatever kind of situation. Whatever kind of situation they're put in, they can win that game.
Yeah,
I mean, this team is different. Like we talk about, and I hate to bring it up, but the Suns. We talk about Arizona sports in general are cursed, right? There was going into this regional. We could have been very, I don't know what not optimistic, pessimistic about what was to come, right? Oh, it's Arizona State sports, or it's just Arizona sports in general.
You got a pretty bad draw too with San Diego State. It's a solid team, really hot.
And Cal State Fullerton, again, not to put anything past them, they had the best pitcher there.
We'll put a lot past LSU, but ooh, Shawn's drinking LSU beer.
Yeah, well, I can't smoke in the office.
Before
I'd be smoking on that LSU pat.
Before we get too deep into it, you got a little snack over there?
I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to see this. It's an oatmeal cream pie. It's the best fucking Little Debbie snack for the best fucking softball team in America.
And if you listen to the show earlier in the week, Shawn and I compared ASU sports teams and programs to just snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And we both
Pass it
came
down.
to the consensus that it's the Little Debbie cream pie is ASU softball because it's the best snack. It goes hard as hell, and it's consistent, man. It gets the job done.
Shane's never had one before.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's never had an oatmeal cream pie before. This shit hits, doesn't it? This shit hits.
It's stupid.
It's so good. It's much like ASU softball's offense.
I haven't had one of these in a long time.
This is my thing, bro. I love these things.
So, we've had a snack. We know what it tastes like. Let's get to the ASU aftertaste. What does a game taste like to you guys?
An oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah.
As a drink?
And dude, they have like an oatmeal cream pie like flavored liquor.
Oh my God.
They
have that?
No,
would be
I'm saying
gross.
if they did. Well, no, because they have like a yeah, it probably would be gross. No, maybe not.
No. It'd be
like the cream
amazing.
part
Well,
could be delicious.
peanut butter whiskey's fire.
And the
So,
cream part.
Oh, that's what this game tastes like. Peanut butter whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey. Shout out
Butterball.
Luke Combs. Yeah, country reference in the chat. I don't know. I don't know what this tastes like. I don't know if I've ever had something that tastes this good. This tastes like Wendy's pineapple mango lemonade. That shit goes fucking bonkers.
Really?
Literally,
Oh,
that's
I've
out
heard
of
that.
it is the.
Well,
it might be the best
was-
beverage ever.
Was the sandwich I got that one time from Wendy's? Was that from Wendy's? The one you recommended?
Chicken Asiago sandwich.
Dude, that thing went stupid. So
Crazy.
I gotta try that. I'm not a big
Chicken
mango
Asiago
guy though.
ranch.
I'm not like a big tropical fruit
This will change
flavored
your
thing.
life.
I like tropical fruits by themselves, but like the
That's why you
artificial
lost the fruit
Huh?
draft. That's why you lost the fruit draft.
No, I
Um,
lost the fruit draft because I'm just not very good at that.
Alright.
At drafting things, apparently.
Oh man, Jacob says I think there is an oatmeal cream pie cereal, like it's an actually a thing.
Whoa.
Dude, fuck me up. Holy
Wow.
shit.
Wow.
But yeah, no, this tastes just the most delicious thing ever. That's what it tastes
And
like.
it's because literally the stars came today. Like ASU had separate performances from X, Y, and Z throughout the weekend, and Emma just brought up a legit photo of oatmeal cream pie cereal made by Kellogg's, and I think I'm gonna need to buy that.
Why'd you have to shout out Kellogg's?
I mean,
not General Mills, but Kellogg's.
Kellogg's made it, man. I don't know what you want from me.
Wow.
But we could go again as we have pretty much the whole weekend with bottle service. Who is the player of the game? Who is getting bottle service tonight?
Who do you think? I mean,
there were options yet
There were
again.
a lot of options.
there were options, but this was a dominant option. I said it after the third inning. She's going to turn it on, and she did. It's Mac Morgan. Return of the Mac. I mean,
Oof.
7 innings pitched, only
Oh.
4 earned runs, gave up 8 hits, but the switch got flipped after that second inning. You look at the box score, no runs allowed until the 6th, and that wasn't even like a scary
94 total pitches.
run. Gave up 2 dingers, but I mean, this team.
They gave up 2 dingers to a
SDSU
girl that is
star.
approaching the record for most home runs in a career.
Mm-hmm. And what did she say she likes to be called?
Oh yeah, her nickname, and this is a nickname she likes being called, the Tank. Barbara, her nickname is the Tank. She is a tank. She fucking that home run that she hit.
Yeah. The second one too. That came out of nowhere.
I mean, that's what she does.
Yeah.
But ASU has their own tank.
Yeah.
Cydney Sanders.
Lotone Capone saying something that we need to say in 3, 2, 1. Turn me up all the way up to 11.
Make it
Wow,
12.
past 10?
Yeah.
That's
Make it
wild.
12.
Break
That's
the
wild.
knob. Break the knob off. I want my eardrums bleeding.
Want to give a big shout out to Cydney Sanders because she was on the show earlier in the week. Talked to her about just the regional in general, what she's done as a freshman. She had another massive accomplishment with her home run today. She became the ASU single season record holder for home runs.
As a freshman.
as a
Fucking freshman with games to be played.
Yeah,
she's
with-
playing at least 2 more games.
That's
That
crazy.
is crazy. Well, I did the math earlier. A third of her hits are home runs. More than a third of her hits are home runs, and she also has the best average on the team.
Yeah.
It's not like Shane pointed out. It's not like she's just batting for power, like not batting for home runs. She's getting on base consistently. Well, she's getting on base and then getting off base really quickly, consistently, because literally more than a third of her hits are home runs.
Yeah.
She's just that good. She's just
And
that
she
good.
quite
man.
literally is just that good. It's
Well,
fucking
I was
unbelievable.
telling Shane is you've got Mac Morgan on the mound. She's a freshman. Christiana Watson, she's a redshirt freshman. You've got Cydney Sanders, who's a freshman. Like, obviously, there's still a lot of softball left, right? With
Yeah.
Super Regionals and the Women's College World Series, if they get that far. This team is so young that I am so confident with no matter what happens with the rest of this season that they will, under Tricia Ford, win a national championship.
Yeah, and I think something you got to remember is like the expectations for this team before the season were so low compared to what not low, but compared to what they
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
accomplished.
But I don't even think it was the expectation. Like, when we talk about expectations, it's like media expectations.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, what the public thought of this team was not this good. They didn't ever expect.
Prince says Shawn's putting those lessons from data journalism to use.
Yeah.
Are you?
Prince from my Cronkite
I
cohort.
hated that class. I hated data journalism.
I hated it too. I failed it the first time, mainly because I just didn't want to do any of it. And then I got
Literally
back.
don't even remember who I took it.
That's fair. Hey,
Fair enough.
if we would have done better in data journalism, we would have been able to calculate those homers probably a little bit
Yeah, we
easier.
probably could have done the distance. Could have. I do remember that in that class I learned how to calculate attendance. Didn't and I forgot how to do it, but I remember I learned it at one point.
The one thing that I do hate about today's game was Jazz Hill.
Lotone Capone. So he said, dude was lucky he was underage, almost got these hands at TJ Maxx, and that's
Oh,
in
yeah.
reference. He added us on Twitter. There was a guy wearing an
Oh,
SDSU
shit.
shirt, and he said, "What should I do?"
LTC no longer in the chat because he's in prison after he assaulted a minor. Thankfully you didn't. We told him to give the kid the hands.
Yeah.
In
Finish him.
reality.
Finish him.
But
the gift told him that.
The gift did. We did.
Yeah.
yeah,
For liability reasons.
Spartacus told him to.
Brianna Ruiz in the chat saying, is the Super being hosted here in reference to the Super Regional? Yes. The Super Regional will be at Farrington next weekend. They're going to be up against number 9 Northwestern. Northwestern, they just got out of their regional against McNeese, Notre Dame,
in Oakland,
and they stomped all of those teams.
Yeah, they blew out McNeese. It was
10-1 today. I don't know what the final was, but it was 10-1 at one point. It should be. I mean, I'm excited for that series.
Yeah, so am I. I think the environment is going to be really the environment at Farrington is going to be electric. As something I pointed out earlier, there's a lot of Chicago imports in the Valley, so I have to imagine there's going to be a decent Northwestern contingent.
At Brett Curlin,
Yeah,
he went to Northwestestern.
Yeah,
ASU's ready.
But so the atmosphere is going to be electric. But it's ASU. Like I like ASU's chances against anybody. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like they're the best team in the country. They're dominant. No one stands a chance.
But why not?
But they certainly stand a chance against anybody they play. And I mean, you look at what's happened in the first round of this tournament in the regionals.
The Pac-12.
Alabama gone. Florida State gone. Those are 2 top 3 seeds.
Florida State's number 2.
Yeah, and Alabama
number
was
2.
3, right?
Alabama was number 6, I believe.
Yeah, but still, Tennessee gone. Like, there's a bunch of ranked teams that got knocked out.
Pac-12.
5 Pac-12 schools, by the way.
Stanford's scary. Stanford's got Oregon State in a 3-game series.
Yeah,
that's going to be a fun.
Thankfully, Stanford is on the other side of the bracket.
Arizona also beating Missouri. They advanced.
Yeah.
They will have Mississippi State, which should also be
Mississippi State. They beat. Who did they just beat? They knocked out.
They knocked out somebody. Good
Someone
too.
said it in the comments. Jacob said it earlier in the comments.
Mississippi State pulled off huge.
Florida State. They were
the ones that beat Florida
yeah.
State. Mississippi State might be the best ball and bat school in the country. Like
Mississippi State.
In terms of
baseball,
yeah,
I was gonna say. I was like, don't disrespect this. I was like, oh wait, baseball sucks.
Yeah. What's crazy, or not crazy, but what's gonna be fun, right? Is I don't want to look past Super Regionals with Northwestern because that's gonna be a great series. If ASU beats Northwestern, they are in the bracket with Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean Oklahoma's the best team in the country. Like that. That's the team that if you
assumably whoever beats Oklahoma
Did
is
you just
the
say
favorite.
assumably,
presumably, whatever.
You
beat that could be a word.
It could be. Yeah.
Is
There's
it?
No way.
I don't think it is. But
I'm gonna look it up.
But I'm guessing what you were getting at is if you beat Oklahoma,
You're the favorite.
You have to be the favorite. Oklahoma's the best team in the country.
No, it's not.
Assembly's a word though.
Assembly, yeah, with a completely unrelated meaning.
Assumably. Yeah. No, it's not a word. Unlucky.
So can I go back to what I was saying before we got
Yeah.
derailed? The one thing I hated about this game was Jazz Hill's home run. She hit it so damn hard I had to watch the ball and I couldn't even see it land.
Hit a tree.
That I didn't see her bat flip, and apparently it was.
Apparently Jacob tweeted that it was
It was
filthy.
a legendary bat flip.
Which doesn't surprise me. I feel like Jazz leads the team in swagger. Like she's the swagger leader on that team.
Yeah, 100%. She's Clay. She's game 6
Is
Clay.
Clay the leader of the?
In terms of swag, I think so.
no.
Who's got the most?
Steph's out here shimmying.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. No, not versus game.
Clay
6
is like the least swagger person ever.
No,
he is just the most low key dude ever. Like he honestly, if we're talking personalities, Clay and Sid, I feel like are comparable. They're low key, but they can turn that shit on. They can turn that shit on.
My God.
I think Clay is the second best 3-point shooter of all time. So, not a conversation I'm going to have right now, obviously.
Yeah.
But
there's better things.
Yeah, no, this team is fucking. How do you not get turned up for this team?
I don't know, man. You can't. And if you didn't go out to any of these games, you missed out.
Yeah.
Because they were literally every single one was an absolute blast.
Yeah, you got one more chance. Like this weekend, win or lose, the rest of the games are in Oklahoma City.
100%. Son of a fans definitely need to show out. Not that they didn't this weekend, but next weekend, even bigger. I mean, you're down to some of the just best.
They
teams
sell beer.
in the country.
They do sell beer.
But you can't leave. You can't leave with the beer.
Yeah, women did get yelled at on the way out, but yeah, it is. It really is the most fun experience I've had covering ASU sports.
Do you want to check and see if the odds have changed?
Oh, that's a good question.
They're probably suspended right now because there's
Okay.
games still happening. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's double check. While he's doing that, he's going to check the odds on ASU softball to win the the College World Series. But if you don't have wow, I can't speak.
This is crazy.
If you do not have the DraftKings Sportsbook app, you should go download it. It's an official sports betting partner of the NBA. And this week, new customers can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win and get $150 in free bets if they do. Right now, all customers can place a same-game parlay with 3 or more legs and get a free bet back up to $25 if one leg doesn't hit.
Arizona State is still plus 1,400.
Still plus 1,400 after winning the regional.
Yeah. So Oklahoma State is also plus 1,500, and then Arkansas, Florida, Virginia Tech, UCLA, and Oklahoma. UCLA, who, if my memory serves me correctly, did not win the Pac-12 and lost the season series to ASU.
But also did win the regional.
Is at plus 800, and then Oklahoma is still a minus 200 favorite.
That's crazy.
Which is wild.
That's crazy. I'm super excited. Obviously, the Warriors and the Mavs, I believe, are going on right now.
Yeah, our Warriors up to a 21-14 lead early.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code PHNX. Bet $5 on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's promo code PHNX only at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 plus, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT STEP. New customers only. Minimum of a $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
To answer Brianna's question, my guess is that you can't buy tickets yet because the whole Super Regional isn't set yet. So they probably don't know the times of games and stuff like that. So I would probably, if I had to guess tomorrow, this is not knowledge. I
would assume
I would have guessed tomorrow. I would check back.
Yeah. I would, if I were you, I would, aside from following us on social at PHNX_Sun Devils, follow the ASU softball team.
Yeah.
Because anytime that there's an event like this, they will tweet out a direct link to getting tickets on the website. So that would be my best guess. And like you said, probably tomorrow or the next day, because they're going to want to fill those seats. Let's get into the numbers of the game because we've talked about the players a lot. Let's see what it ended up breaking down to. We know the final score, ASU beating SDSU 8-4. Hits kind of similar, 8-6 in favor of the Aztecs. Errors, ASU with 2, SDSU with 1, kind of uncharacteristic for ASU to have more errors than their opponent. And this is the weirdest stat to me.
So weird.
Yeah.
The fact that there were only 2 total strikeouts in the entire game, and both were on the side of SDSU.
And only 1 walk.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a walk. She got hit by a pitch.
No. So this was Mac Morgan threw no walks. That's ASU's walks.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm saying there was only 1 walk in the game, and it was a hit by a pitch.
Yeah. Well, but that's the craziest part. Like that goes back to what we were talking about with the defense. There were no strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah.
Every out was because of the defense behind Mac Morgan.
Yeah.
Like that is wild. And then it goes back to what we were saying about how the way that they won this game is different than the other 2 games.
Yeah.
Like the defense pulled through for
And then
them.
2 homers apiece.
Yeah.
Oh my! I mean, outside of the strikeouts, what's the biggest, outlier for you guys?
The
Home runs?
Yeah, the home runs is interesting. The fact that they had
2 each.
equal numbers of home runs and ASU still doubled them up on the scoreboard is wild.
And they had less hits.
Yeah,
The
that's
fact they had less
crazy.
hits and they had 8 runs off 6 hits.
You know what that stat reminds me of? It reminds me of the stat that I think ESPN or whatever tweeted out the other day that the Heat had only won 2 quarters.
Dude, that is the yesterday they tweeted out the Heat are up 2-1 in the series, but they've only won 2 quarters.
That is
so
crazy.
they just in those 2 quarters they blew the Celtics out.
That's what this reminds me of in terms of that stat. The fact that they had less hits than them, equal number of home runs,
Could you try again?
No, Siri, you know what?
and then were able to double them up on runs. Jacob saying that pitching error did not help SDSU. No, not at all. That was we didn't even get into that. We talked about the bunt and then just
Bella Loomis X Factor, baby.
that's that's your Draymond right there.
Yeah.
Well, and you speak of the bunting, like that was you mentioned it at the very beginning of the game, the
Yeah.
adjustment that Coach Ford made with this defense because SDSU's leadoff hitter in that first game that we played against them had her way
I
with
think
ASU.
She got on base the first 3 times she was
Yeah,
at bat.
and it was all
it was
bunts or like
2
the running
bunts
hits.
and a
She was
slap bunt.
non-existent today.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the
She was
defense,
taken away.
the defense neutralized her. Yeah, and you have to assume that is Coach Ford's adjustments.
Yeah, like Loomis would hug the corner usually, and in the first game she did too. But this time you saw her sprinting as soon as the ball was getting close to the bat. So also the tank breaking her bat on her last at bat.
that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Barbara just straight up broke her bat in half on that last pop up, right?
Yeah. This team is so fun, guys.
It is so much fun. Like, oh my god. Like, it's funny because like literally at no point have we just had like pure unadulterated joy when covering ASU sports. Everything it's like it's a win, but it's like
There's a caveat to it.
it's like in the context of a bad season, right?
Yeah.
Like it's basketball, like and that ended in a shitty way. This is just pure straight like
unadulterated.
They've
fun.
dominated up until this point. Like, yes, they haven't had to play Oklahoma, whatever, but like they have dominated the college. They've dominated the softball world up until this point.
Yeah. LTC saying NASA has been warned. Don't come at us when your ish gets blasted in space.
Yeah, there was a Cessna that got downed in Prescott today.
It didn't get downed.
I mean, you don't know the cause.
It was
I didn't see where Sid's homer landed.
An engine failure from a softball going through it, possibly.
Okay.
The pilot's okay, so we're not making jokes about something really dark. But, yeah, no, they are.
I
They
can't believe it was a Cessna.
that is just fucking crazy. But this team is just so fucking electric. The atmosphere there is electric.
Sean's having a fucking blast right now.
Dude, I mean, how could you not? I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Like slightly hungover, 95 degrees out.
Yeah,
this softball team took that away from me, and I just had a great time.
Yeah, I have never had more fun.
I turned to Shawn. I felt like a
degrees.
child when Cyd came up to bat the first time before she hit the home run, and again before she hit the home run, I was just like, it's crazy to me that a freshman.
She's 18 years old. Like,
can make me like it was elation is the word I described. like every time she comes up to bat, I'm like, I am so juiced right now.
Still my
And
favorite.
but she's gonna go home and play 2K.
Yeah.
And like
first pitch.
That thing soared
Oh,
through the sky.
dude, you know how hard it was for me and Shawn to not do that?
Oh my god, bro!
in
I
the
was
press
literally
section?
like,
Let's just get it out now.
Okay, go ahead.
honestly,
Shawn, can you?
Oh, he's getting up.
Can you?
For people on audio, they're making their usual missile noises every time Cyd hits a homer. And if you're new here, this is actually a regular thing, so don't be alarmed. This is what happens every time Cyd Sanders does something like this.
get to a bomb shelter today. Do you think they have a bomb shelter at Barrington?
Can I
'Cause
make
they
the joke?
need to.
Can I make the joke,
What's the joke?
please? Somebody called Jeremy Renner.
Okay. This is a crazy stat, though, what Jacob pointed out. 12 SEC teams made it to regionals. Only 3 moved on. 7 Pac-12 teams made it to regionals. 5 moved on, with Washington currently playing, so it could be 6.
Who was the team that got eliminated?
Oregon.
Or
Feel
Them
bad.
Duckies.
feels bad, man.
They got bounced.
Shout out Aaron Slendy.
We do got one more thing that I do want to get to before we kind of go off the rails.
Before we get off the rails.
Before we get off the rails even more so. Shane, you have your singing hat and your singing glasses on today.
Come on!
Just want to bet or something?
Yeah, the White Sox just scored.
I
Sorry?
don't know. You have your singing hat and your singing glasses.
I do.
What's the lyric of the game today?
Oh, it's a good one. I think this is the first bilingual
I
lyric
love
of the
it.
game.
I love it.
Dame más gasolina.
Dame más gasolina.
Which translates to
Give me more gas.
give me more gasoline. Give me more gasoline. And that is Elena Torres' walk-up song.
Yeah.
And
It is such a good fucking walk-up song.
I think it's my favorite. And she didn't produce with her bat today, but she didn't need to because, again, defensively, it was just gasoline,
Yeah.
gasoline.
She's so good. This, like, I literally, like, if you aren't familiar with ASU softball, right? Like, if you're just an ASU fan, ASU alum, and you're like, hey, look, Sun Devils, they moved on, right? Like, that's great. They're going to Super Regionals, whatever. Like, if you just watch one game, literally anybody in the order can have a phenomenal game.
Yeah, no. And not even people that aren't even in the order.
Like Christiana Watson.
Christiana Watson, Jazz Rollins, she didn't start today. But that had an impact.
Big impact.
It is a legend. But yeah, no, I want all the gas.
Yeah.
Like, just, I don't even care how expensive it is.
We haven't talked about this yet, but Jacob brings it up. What would be your walk-up song? We talked about it amongst ourselves.
Yeah. Well, first I need to acknowledge the fact that Christiana Watson's walk-up song's fucking a ride.
Yeah.
Between the, ooh, she's sweet but a psycho, and then just the next one, just screamo.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
the first one's Screamo, and the second one's Sweet.
But,
But when she hit the grand slam,
it was the
psycho.
sweet but psycho, yeah.
It was calculated.
Yeah. Shout out Trisha Ford for giving a redshirt freshman another opportunity like that in a closeout game. But what would your walk-up song be?
Oh, I don't want to start with me. Shane, what's your walk-up song?
I have no idea. I have a lot. I think I would probably go like, "Yeah" by Usher would have to be one of them because
That'd be a good one.
It's the greatest song of all time. I think Gasolina would probably be my other one. Genuinely, those are two of my favorite songs of all time.
Damn.
What? How'd you say like it was bad?
It's kind of bad.
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
no, not as walk-up songs. Great walk-up songs, but as your favorite songs of all time. That's just a wild. answer to me.
Why do you hate "Yeah" by Usher so much?
Yeah, what's your deal with that? That's
It's
like an
not that
iconic song.
It's a great song. Don't get me wrong, but it's your favorite song
It's
of all
one
time.
of my favorite songs of all time.
All right, I mean, go off. Like, you're entitled to your opinion. It's just I just never thought I would hear someone say that was one of their favorite songs of all time.
Dude, it is. All right, we'll get into this.
I
What are
honestly
your walk-up songs?
not a
We'll get
huge
into
Lil
this
Jon
off air,
song. Travis Scott, I think, has some great like walk-up song material. Honestly, I feel like Goosebumps would be a solid walk-up song. I've answered this on Twitter before, but I can't remember.
Sail.
Yeah, that's a great one actually. Carry on Wayward Son, yeah. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. I don't know if that's actually the words. I forgot how that goes.
As long as you're not saying "Making Love in the Rain," we're good.
Would that be your walk-up song, Tochi?
No, it wouldn't. I think my two walk-up songs would be Mad City, and then
Dude, that's actually a great one.
and then Danza Kuduro, I think would be the second one.
What?
Danza Kuduro? You ever heard that song?
I don't think so.
It's the Fast and Furious one.
Oh, is that the Tokyo Drift thing?
No,
No,
that's Tokyo
that's-
Drift.
It's just called
Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
by,
I've-
by Teriyaki Boys.
This
think
is
so.
probably not going to surprise you at all. I've never seen, I don't think, a second of Fast and Furious.
I saw
Seen
the original
7.
Fast and the Furious, which was good, and then I saw Fast 7 in theaters when it came out because it was with my club basketball team. Holy fuck, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I fucking hate that franchise with a passion. I know people are gonna hate that, but just stop making them. Holy shit, the fucking going off the rails for a second. The runway scene. There's a scene at the end of Fast 7 where they are chasing a plane down a runway and they're going straight the whole time. The scene is 4 minutes long. What fucking runway are they on? Oh my god, it made no sense. I hate it. I hate it so much.
It is
Jacob, you need to answer your own question, though. I want to know what
Yeah,
your
what
walk-up
would your
song
walk-up
is.
Chat,
song
what?
be?
Yeah. What's
Let
your
us know
walk-up
what
song,
your
chat?
walk-up song would be. And while you're at it, while you're searching through your playlist, trying to figure out what the perfect song would be, why don't you head over to gophnx.com today and become a member of the family? Because when you do, you're going to get either a free t-shirt from the locker or your first month for 50 cents just for signing up. We got some great merch in there alongside just really some killer content, not just from ASU, but even the guys covering U of A. Sun still got amazing content. Coyotes now in the offseason, looking forward to the draft. Cards always got some great stuff. So again, head over to gophnx.com. Become a member of the family because you're going to get either a free t-shirt from the locker or your first month for 50 cents just for signing up.
Speaking of money, 40 and 12 was your bet for Luka. Rebounds?
Yeah.
He's got 10 and 6 at the end of the first quarter.
Love it. Love it. We'll see what happens.
Low-key.
No, because I need to see his bet history because I just know he throws darts and some of them stick. I think that's how he bets.
Last night I had a live over of Jaylen Brown over 30.5 points. I hit.
Nice.
Yeah, and there were 40. It was nice. It was nice. I do want to update everybody that's watching on the Super Regional bracket
power.
now. What?
Jacob says power.
Oh, Power would be a good one. All of the Lights would also be a good one
Yeah.
by Kanye.
Yeah.
There's a couple really good Kanye
Blinding
Oh,
songs
Lights
that would hit.
blindingly?
Yeah.
Dude, the weekend has bangers. I'm going to see the weekend in New York
Waves.
City.
Waves would go hard too.
Dude, could you imagine if they have good enough speakers, the Hills?
Yeah.
They have to have good enough
ASU
speakers.
speakers
I want
would not.
there to be a minor earthquake.
The
though,
Hills
when they-
is a walk-up song and a half.
yeah.
ASU speakers couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it.
The Blinding Lights by the weekend is a good one, but Deep Cut, Glass Table Girls, if you know that song by the weekend, that shit would go hard.
I feel like we're missing like.
707.
What about Thriller?
That's too
Mm.
Halloweeny.
No, because then I'm like walking out like this.
Oh no.
And everyone's like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is happening?
Or beat it.
Dude, the weekend has some bangers actually. That could be what.
I'm gonna
Faith?
moonwalk.
my faith.
I'm gonna moonwalk up to the plate and bat like
I'm losing my
0.67.
religion every day.
Real quick, want to update everybody on the Super Regional bracket.
Time hasn't been
as
kind
you
to
can go ahead
me,
and sing
I
if you'd like.
pray.
We've got number 1 Oklahoma will be facing off against number 16 UCF. We've got number 8 ASU up against number 9 Northwestern. Number 5 UCLA versus number 12 Duke. Unranked Arizona against unranked Mississippi State.
That's gonna be a
Got
banger.
number 7 Oklahoma State versus number 10 Clemson. Unranked Stanford and unranked Oregon State. We've got number 3 Virginia Tech and number 14 Florida. And then we've got the last game going on right now is we've got number 4 Arkansas awaiting their opponent, and that is either going to be number 13 Washington or Texas. Washington beat Texas earlier today 2-1, and they are in the top of the third of the final game right now, and I believe it is still 0-0.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. Texas is a team that ASU played earlier in the year, I believe.
Which team that has advanced outside of ASU are you most excited to watch?
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean,
Yeah, they're just
Oklahoma
a
is
wagon,
a
dude.
wagon. If we're going outside of the Pac-12, because we've kind of seen a little bit of all of them.
I'm not going outside the Pac-12.
Stanford.
Stanford, yeah.
Fucking Stanford.
I mean, Stanford is a world beater. They beat the 2 best teams in the Pac-12.
And they just
Mississippi State, though.
beat Alabama
Ooh,
too.
Paradise
Yeah.
City by Guns N' Roses.
Ooh, yeah.
Jacob got some bangers.
Damn, yeah. But yeah, no, Mississippi State, I think, considering that they just beat the 2 seed and now they get the chance to do our dirty work and knock out U of A, I want to see them roll.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking fun.
You know how satisfying it would be for ASU to win the College World Series over the team that knocked University of Arizona out of the College World
No,
Series?
fuck it. I want to see Arizona versus Arizona State in the
That would
Women's
also
College
be
World
fucking
Series.
electric.
And
Dude.
there's no run rule when you get to the actual College World Series, but they would have to implement some run rule.
I would
for a 30+
walk
run
to
victory.
Oklahoma City if I had to.
Can you imagine what that would be? Like just the environment.
Dude, I'm
No,
getting...
Shawn, we're not walking to Oklahoma City. We're sprinting.
Well, true. But I'm saying
You
even
get
if I
so
had to
tired?
walk.
I would get tired.
I'd get
I would go
tired.
on
Look
my
at my
hands.
physique, dude.
No,
Shut
you're
the
right.
fuck
You're right.
up.
You're right. You'd get there in less than a day. 100%. Oh my gosh, guys! Anything else? Final thoughts on the Tempe Regional, on ASU softball's performance. Later on in the week, we will have a player for you guys that's going to be joining us on the show. We'll talk to her about the Tempe Regional.
Mhm.
Looking forward against Northwestern, and that
The Tempe
again,
Super
is
Regional.
the
Turn me
the
fuck
Tempe
up.
Super Regional
Yeah.
now for the middle of the week. So definitely stay
I
locked in
love
for that.
that they do that with the names.
Yeah, the Tempe.
Instead of like just like something else instead of a regional, it's the Super Regional.
Oh yeah.
Like this shit is super.
Super.
I like that they just name it after the town because there's the Fayetteville Regional, the Seattle Regional, the Los Angeles
The
Regional,
Norman Regional.
Tempe, the Evanston Regional, a suburb of Chicago. When have they ever had anything named after them?
Low Tone saying, put some respect on this
Yeah,
team.
keep us
and
the fuck
them
off ESPN Plus.
I completely agree.
Yeah, these
That's
need to be.
that's the
ESPN
crazy
games.
thing. Like I was trying to find the San Diego State Fullerton game last night, and it was fucking UCF, and it's like this might be the best regional in the country this year, and
Yeah,
it was
I
on
wouldn't-
ESPN
yeah.
Plus the whole time.
Yeah,
100%.
Jacob saying, are those the sunglasses you would wear in the outfield? Maybe I wouldn't wear Pit Vipers because I think that's a little too.
Stu Grant House.
Well, yeah, I can't bite his bit,
Yeah.
but it's also just like you see everybody wearing like big sunglasses in the MLB. I would go speed glasses. You know what I'm talking about? Like the ones that are like this.
Oh,
Make
I
you
would
look
have the
really
flip
fast.
ups. I would
Any
definitely have flip-ups.
sunglasses that make you look fast. These are slow sunglasses. These are like, listening to an audiobook in my living room sunglasses.
This is,
With
I feel like
headphones on.
I feel like you're riding a bike with a basket.
While listening to an audiobook.
And it's a
in my
really
li-
tiny bicycle.
while listening to an audiobook in my living room.
You're just on a Peloton.
No, I'm running in circles.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting really dizzy.
Oh.
My theoretical Shane is throwing up right
Shawn, question for you.
Yes.
I would like you to do me a favor.
Oh boy.
I would like you to present a eulogy for San Diego State
Mm.
softball because today was their funeral, in a sense.
Yeah, you wore all black. I considered wearing all black, but it was too fucking hot for that. But if I
I'd like to say some nice
pretend that I'm
words.
in Tempe, here lies the. I was gonna get a little too dark with it. I don't
now.
know.
Whoa.
I was gonna say like the.
Yeah,
cool-
that is just.
Yeah.
Go ahead. While
Are
he's
we?
doing
Are
that.
we?
No,
you
no, no.
said, are
he's
we doing
singing.
yoga now?
No, he's.
No, I'm like over. I have
He's
like the
over.
undertones of the thing.
Here lies San Diego State. They tried hard. They beat Cal State Fullerton. They beat LSU. Did our dirty work, so we didn't have to. I'll forever remember you for what you did to Georgia Clark and LSU, send them back to Baton Rouge. But honestly, I'm not gonna really miss you. Kind of go fuck yourself. Go back to San Diego. You suck. I don't care. You were just a speed bump on the way to the Super Regional.
Not even a bump.
Fuck off.
You were like a water
Shawn!
bottle.
They were very nice. Their fans were respectful.
Their fans were respectful. No, but
San Diego State, thank you for coming out. We appreciate
Thanks
it.
for trying.
Good try.
Yeah, thank you for giving us. Thank you for giving us good games. Shout out Barbara for giving us home runs and making the games interesting.
Yeah,
and thank you. If it wasn't for you, we would not have had this joy. We could have blown you out, and that wouldn't have been any fun. It would have been fun, but it wouldn't have been that much fun.
I will say, if they were in a different region, I would have been rooting for them. I really like this team, and I think that they could have gotten out of a lot of different regions.
It was just unfortunate.
Here is a public service announcement. Hey, Nike, give them better fucking uniforms. They deserve it.
Oh my god,
the uniforms look like Little League jerseys.
Doo-doo. What is the fucking number font on the back today?
Their jerseys are terrible. Give them better jerseys. They deserve it.
And San Diego State has potential to have really good jerseys. I don't feel like their football jerseys are clean.
Also, their starting pitcher today, former Oregon product. So the Pac-12, even when it's not the Pac-12.
That was beautiful.
But also,
hey,
fuck everybody that's not ASU. ASU versus the world. My beer is empty.
Biggest thing.
That's why the eulogy went like that.
Biggest thing out of this region, an ASU team broke the San Diego State / Mountain West curse.
Yeah.
Fuck you, BYU. And respectively, fuck you, SDSU. State.
And that's going to do it.
Disrespectful fuck you, BYU.
Okay. That's going to do it for today's show. We will be back on Monday with another live show previewing the Super Regional a little bit more, maybe talking some ASU basketball and football and baseball as well.
Jacob makes a great point. Respect to CSUF. Is honestly respect to everybody except for LSU. Fuck you, LSU.
Okay. If you enjoyed the content, follow us on social at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn at Shawn_DePause.
Beefing with random cities as always.
And like I said, we will be back again live on Monday. We'll see you there. Peace.